How do you not panic? How do you not freak out and let your mind fill you with anxiety, terror, fear, and worst case scenarios? I think I know, and I want to share my ideas with you. I've been having extreme pain in my right hip joint. Yesterday, I found a lump right in the lymph node area. It could be nothing. It could simply be swollen lymph nodes because I do have osteoporosis and my hip is degenerating. What if it's something really serious and it's going to be a long, slow, painful decline into death? And that's the whole thing. That's my first tip, is it could be anything, it could be nothing, it could be something, it could be who knows what. And there's no point in following my mind and creating all sorts of worst case scenarios until I know what's going on. The second way that I'm managing my not panicking and not fearing and not driving myself crazy, I'm taking action in ways that make sense to me. My doctor's in Vancouver, which means I'll be flying from Phoenix to Vancouver in February to see her. I'm also dealing with the possibility that there's something wrong with my blood in addition to finding this lump. So you can see I actually have two reasons, legitimate reasons perhaps, to panic about my health. Do what you can to take action in practical ways. And scary way to take action is to look on the internet, to look up the possibilities, and to read other people's experiences. Because the problem is people have good and bad experiences. And the people who are having good experiences are generally not on the internet saying, I had a great experience with this cancer or this blood diagnosis. They're often saying the doctor sucked, the treatment was horrible, I had to wait forever to get in, and on and on and on. Looking stuff up online is a recipe for disaster. So take action in ways that you can, which means making a doctor's appointment, taking good care of yourself, staying healthy, staying fit, eating well. Most important is staying spiritually and emotionally grounded, calm, and surrendered to however things are going to be. If you're surrendered and accepting, this does not mean that you're passive and you just lie there and wait to die. It means that you are open to receiving different ideas that wouldn't come to you if you were uptight and scared. When you get uptight and scared and anxious and fearful, you're closed. Literally, you're narrow-minded, too focused on your fear and the possible bad things that could happen to actually see different solutions that could be very life-giving and helpful for you. The third thing that has helped me so much is the question, what is important to me right now? So what is most important in my life right now? I have been living fully and deeply and honestly in ways that I've never lived before. I've been telling the truth about how I really feel about my relationships and my life. And I've been making choices that honor my intuition. Because I've been living my dream, being really adventurous and enthusiastic, I'm fine if my life was over now. I want to live, of course, and I want to keep going. I'm also fine if it doesn't happen and I end up in the hospital. It's a really beautiful and freeing and surrendered feeling. The best way to get it is, well, maybe there's two best ways. One is to live your life sort of on your terms, the way you've always wanted to, the way that feels right to you, to honor it no matter how painful it is. And believe me, it is painful and hard to make choices that other people don't agree with. And the second thing, find ways to ground yourself in ultimate reality, God, peace, presence, or whatever your name for that higher power, higher being is. Find that connection with the deep inner source of all life and energy. It's just so full of peace, love, joy, and freedom. And that allows you to accept and move into any situation in life, no matter how painful or scary it is. Make choices now that really bring you alive. Possibly this is your last year, because who knows? This could be it, right? You just never know when it's gonna be over. The fourth thing is to find comfort any way you can. So this is cha-cha. And Cha-Cha is a very comforting cat. I'm house and cat sitting for him, or maybe her, I can't remember. But you don't mind, do you? If you find comfort and love and support and encouragement in ways that are meaningful to you, then you're gonna have more energy to cope with whatever is gonna be coming. Even if it's a long wait before you see your doctor, or if it's more pain like what I'm in, or if it's fear that other people are bringing into your life, hold on to that which comforts and encourages and lifts you up. Maybe it's people, maybe it's watching certain YouTube videos or reading certain books. Maybe it's rereading books from your childhood that made you feel really good and happy. Do those things as much as possible. Related to that is to clean up any old gunk in your life. So if you're angry at someone, or if you haven't forgiven someone, or if there's a lot of pain or suffering in some area of your life, if you can find ways to clean that up somehow, whether it's to ask for forgiveness or give forgiveness, or just heal a relationship, even break off a relationship, you know what's draining your energy. Whatever is draining your energy is something that you need to at least look at. If it's taking away your energy, then you don't have a lot of energy to heal yourself or give to yourself. Looking at the shadows of your soul and taking care of the gunk in your own spirit is really hard and painful, and it involves a lot of grief, but it opens you out. It's like cleaning a clogged pipe. It may not be easy to clean out the trap, to open it up and pull out all that hair, and it's gross and disgusting and maybe smelly. Once you get through that, once you clear out all that old gunky stuff, you just are free and open and clean in ways that you weren't before, and this will help you cope with your health situation. The fifth thing is that I have always wanted to volunteer at a hospice. I really want to help people walk with peace and love and calmness towards their own death, because I don't believe that death is necessarily bad or scary. It's not something I fear. It's not something I'm like actively pursuing, but it is something that I do think a lot about, and I would like to help people work or move toward. One of the things that occurred to me yesterday, shortly after finding my lump, was that, well, maybe this will be my way of contributing to some sort of a cancer treatment center or a hospice if I go as a patient. You're not going to feel the same way. I think it's a very weird and strange feeling, and I don't imagine very many people feel that same way. But you may have ideas or dreams or hopes that you haven't really admitted or you haven't followed through on, that a possible diagnosis or even just the thought of being really sick can lead you towards. It's very possible that you're actually going to move closer to your dreams, closer to who you really are because of this. Who knows what this could open up for you, because you never know. You just never know. And if you're calm and relaxed and open and willing to accept and surrender, then your life is going to flourish in ways that would never happen if you were tight and scared. All will be well, regardless of what happens in your body or what's happening in your body right now. You're going to be able to handle whatever comes up. Take good care of yourself, because you are worth taking good care of, even if you are riddled with, no, let's not even say it. Take good care of yourself, because you are worth it. Mwah. Hey, come here. So today is actually Christmas Eve, and I am spending it alone as a house sitter and a cat sitter here in Flagstaff. On December 26th, I'm gonna go to Phoenix and house sit again for another week. Then I'm gonna go to Sedona and spend some time absorbing the energy of Sedona, which I love. And then I'm going to Quartzsite and I'm volunteering at a big event called the Rubber Tramps Rendezvous, where all these camper van people, and these are actually people who live in their camper vans and their trailers and their cars and trucks, they're all gonna gather, and I'm gonna go be an usher for some of the talks and that sort of thing. So I'm super excited about that. And then after that, I'm gonna go to Chiricahua Canyon National Monument in by Tucson with a friend who also has a camper van, a Tofino like mine, and we're gonna spend a couple nights there. And then I have another friend that I'm gonna meet in the Lost Dutchman National Park here in Arizona. And after that, I fly home for the doctor's appointment. So I've sort of filled up my life with all sorts of different things and different ways that I'm going to keep myself busy and alive and active. And I would have been doing those things even if I didn't have this pain and even if I didn't have a doctor's appointment.